One thing that the cults who tortured me and other kids frequently did was to make folks inside with the dissociative identity believe that they were dead. They did this for multiple reasons. They did this to control those folks inside who they supposedly killed, to make them and everyone else inside incredibly obedient, because everyone else inside would not want to be killed. So, to make sure that the cult trained or cult created inner folks would be obedient and do their jobs of making sure that we would not remember what happened, that we would not talk about what happened, that we would not believe what happened if we started to remember, and other jobs like that. But another reason that the cult would make folks inside think that they had died was to link up with other programming about killing the body and killing the self, or hurting the body, self-harm and unaliving. And that's because there would be folks inside who would think that they were dead, or other folks inside were dead, but there they were. They're still thinking and still feeling. So what would it matter if they actually killed the body, because it had been killed before, supposedly, or other folks inside had been killed, or they had been killed, but they're still alive, or they're still thinking. And it would make them more willing to put that programming and mind control messages and constant loop of, like, you need to kill the self, you need to kill the body, or harm the body, forward. So it's a way to convince folks inside, but you can't kill folks inside. As long as the brain is alive and the body is alive, you can't kill folks inside. They're part of the brain, they're part of the body. We all are. We live inside the self. You can't kill inside folks. But the cults can make inner folks inside believe that they are dead, and they do this through elaborate abuse and torture scenarios where they will kill the body by pretending to kill the child, and then drugging the kid up so the kid is paralyzed and can't move, and then burying the child so it underground in a coffin, having an elaborate funeral where the child can't move but can hear and see everything, or where they actually, for a little while, killed the body by electroshock or suffocation or whatever, and then brought the body back with resuscitation. It makes folks inside think that they died, especially when the cult is telling them that they died over and over and over, and they couldn't move. And the cult will often also enlist the help of other cult-created folks inside to make the parts that they supposedly killed believe that they are, or everyone else believe that they are, by hiding those folks inside, by separating them from everyone else inside, by burying them inside, by making it so that no one else can hear them or see them, by creating elaborate structures inside where no one else can find them. But they're still alive, and they're still there, and there's ways around it, like finding other ways to communicate, or finding ways to escape those structures, or helping them see that they really are alive still, that the body is alive still, the brain is alive still, and they're alive still. There's always ways to work with folks inside and to find them inside, but it's also working with all the programming and the cult-trained folks and helping them realize that the cult was cruel and inhumane, the cult lied, and they don't need to be like cult, and they don't have to be like cult, and they can be safe, and everyone can be safe, and we are actually safer by not being like the cult, as long as we're not still being tortured. We can always work through it and find ways to communicate. If the part inside who thinks that they're dead is too scared to because of all the threats, they could do like smoke words that disappear when anyone else who is unsafe might see them, or SOS tapping, or a note that appears and disappears, or a door that will sometimes open if there's someone safe there. Like, there's lots of ways to figure out how to get around the mind control messages and the belief systems that the cult tried to instill. And I think it can be important to help those inside who think that they're dead believe that they're dead, realize that they're not, especially if they are ones that are putting forth the suicidal programming, the that we should kill self or we should hurt self programming, because as long as they think that they're dead, they're going to think it's fine to keep giving those messages, because they don't understand that killing the body means that they and everyone inside will die permanently, because the cults taught them that wasn't true. So it really helps to work with folks inside who believe that they're dead, and help them see that they are alive and they're still here. And to also help others who are safe inside to be able to hear them and talk with them and have inner community where they're healing together.